What's going on? It's your dog Art Man the Great. We're back with a quick boxing conversation. Ryan Garcia. Look, that shit's funny as hell, but is it unbelievable? I know my guy D Hive was already saying it, like, man, ain't no way. Ain't no way that's just gonna happen. And I kinda I kinda gave him like a little hope, like, yo, maybe Ryan, he's serious now. Maybe, what I'm saying, ain't nothing to it but to sign a piece of paper, you know what I'm saying? Then turned out to being wrong once again. According to Oscar De La Hoya's fruitcake ass, ain't nothing been signed yet. And if he don't have a contract by today, the fight's over with. And I'm like, wow, that was fast. But am I surprised? Really? Is anybody surprised? Really? I don't think anybody's surprised. I don't think anybody really surprised because it's like this is not nothing like unusual for Ryan Garcia. He already done something like this in the past. He already pulled out. This is like what, the third time he pulled out a Javante Davis fight. Like, I think we just need to get it in our heads. I think we just need to get it in our heads that Ryan Garcia is just never gonna fight Javante Davis. Yeah, man, it's just very unfortunate. But then again, it's like, who's really, really surprised? I honestly feel bad for those who are really, really surprised. Like, of course, the news is like, oh fuck, we pissed off, but it's like, man. So I just met Tank. Oh shit, how'd that go? I heard Tank a cool dude. Matter of fact, nah, I ain't hear Tank was a cool dude. According to Tim Bradley, what Tim Bradley just said about Javante Davis. Let me see. Fan of him. I'm not a fan of how what he does outside the ring, all that shit. Even though he was vindicated, but I was told, man, you just can't please everybody. But you said I took a picture with him. I met him at the paintball place in Miami. Oh shit, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Send me a DM if you want me to paint that picture that you got of him, so you can hang that shit up on your wall. But yeah, I heard he was a pretty good dude, but not according to Tim Bradley. Man, like I kind of knew this fight wasn't gonna happen. So let me just let me just chill, bro, because it's like, man, we thought we were getting something good, but it is what it is. Let me get started on the Devin Haney versus Lomachenko because this shit is funny. How should I do this, Lomachenko versus Devin Haney? I'm thinking about it like, ooh, man, oh man. What y'all think that fight gonna do? Pay per view wise, y'all think Haney versus Lomachenko is gonna do good numbers? Folks be hating on Devin Haney, but they do like that matchup. That's the crazy part. It's like, oh, I hate Devin Haney. but that matchup is fire. He's like, yeah, um, I don't rock with Devin Haney, but that Lomachenko versus Devin Haney is a good fight. Nah, come on, keep that shit as a thousand. Keep that shit as 1,000, man. That's gonna be a great fucking fight. Says salute art, man. Boxing, yeah. Shout out to you, man. For real. Shout out to my dude, Big Dog. So I don't know because Top Rank pay per view is weird. You know, it is kind of weird, man. One time I was like, let me. It was the Crawford versus what's his name fight, Amir Khan, and I was like, okay, shit, let me go ahead and support that fight. Man, I tried to buy that fight. I got some type of error message, and it just wouldn't let me go by. So I was just like, you know what? That's cool. I'm just not gonna order the fight. And then next thing you know, fucking he got hit with some type of body shot and it was over with. But man, so it's all Top Rank pay per views are trash. Speaking of Top Rank being trash,
because of that, I just don't like the guy for what I hear. Tank recently tweeted out some stuff about you. How personal did you take that? It's not personal. Everybody has their opinion. It's not personal. I just don't. I don't like the guy because of that. I just don't like the guy for what I hear and what I see. You know, I think he's a piece of shit. I honestly do. He's a piece of shit. You put your hand on women like that, bro. You're a piece of shit in my book, bro. You're not a man. My dad always told me you're a coward. You do something like that. You a coward. Deep down inside, you a coward. Because you got to pick on somebody that can't even defend themselves. Oh, that's not right. And I don't care about the what happened and all the whatever he's saying afterwards. And she did this and she did that. Boy, you got enough money to go buy so many toothbrushes. So you can buy a toothbrush company probably. All the money you got.
now he pocket watch, cuz nah.
You with the wrong one. Obviously, you did something to piss her off to do it. Tank recently, I'm rooting for him.
What? Did you hear this nigga? Did y'all hear this guy? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Tim Bradley, bro. You're lame, bro. You're fucking lame. And he's like, "Oh, I don't care what he did. Even though he was vindicated, damn near, I don't care I don't care what he did, man. Even if you could buy your own toothbrush because all the monies you got, Lord, you got all the money, Tank, and you over here complaining about toothbrush. If I was my toothbrush, I just would go ahead and take it. Nah, shut the fuck up, Tim Bradley, old coon ass man. That shit is some crazy ass shit. Tim Pocket watching Bradley. He talking about that nigga can buy 100 toothbrushes and all that shit. Nigga, what you worry about this nigga? How many toothbrushes he can buy? That's not even the comment. That's not even the topic at hand. Like, bro, what are you talking about, man? What are we talking about here? Man, honestly, what are we talking about here? Just say you don't like Tank because this nigga Tank getting that money. You know what I'm saying? And he out here doing way better than you. And he gonna hit that Hall of Fame real soon. You know what I'm saying? Faster than you. Let's keep it 1,000, man. Don't be out here trying to fake a funk, bro. Niggas be jealous, man. They be high key jealous. Like, bro, keep it 1,000, man. All you had to say was, man, I rock with Tank in the ring, but he do got a troubling outside the ring, and he need to get that together. He could have just said something like that, but this nigga had to break it down and say, oh, you don't like him for some basically you like him because of you dislike him because of misinformation that you heard. That's basically what he said. Due to the misinformation that I received, I don't like Gervonta Davis. Shit crazy. Said Tim Wildin. Yeah, like, bro, what are you talking about? What are we talking about here? Is this boxing or what? And it's always like the old school dudes that's from like the 20 the early uh the mid 2000s, late 2000s, those are the ones that be talking the most greasy shit. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Just it is what it is because it's like, bro, stop it. And then he goes on to say Ryan Garcia will knock out Gervonta Davis and all this and all that. First, he don't like Spence. Now he don't like Gervonta Davis, man. Is it due to the company? Is it because he's too much of a company man? I don't know what it is, man. Maybe them butter biscuits getting to him, his cholesterol going up, you know what I'm saying? His blood pressure rising, that bald head, the heat in Vegas, maybe it's that, it's melting his milk dud head and he's getting frustrated. That's probably what it is. I don't think it's Javante Davis because ain't no fucking way he'll be that mad at a man. His own fucking baby mama came out and said, I made a mistake. It was a lie, damn near, you know? So why come out here and start talk that bullshit, bro? Like, and you're trying to get these fans. What it is I honestly believe like they're trying to like rile up them anti-black fans so they can be like, yeah, Tim, you're speaking truth. But it's like, bro, what do you gain from that? What are you gaining from that? Because at the end of the day, these motherfuckers still don't fuck with you, and they say you robbed Manny Pacquiao. Go ask them same people that you trying to encourage. You know what I'm saying? Go ask them same people. They'll tell you you robbed Manny Pacquiao. So why are you defending them trying to be on this bullshit, bro? Like, come on. It's just like, come on. We don't condone domestic violence, but if a guy is vindicated, we got to give him his respect and say, man, I'm sorry that, we accused you of something like this, even though it was not true. Damn, man. Come on, Tim. Said EJ retired Timothy. Of course he did. Of course he did. He seen what the fuck that dude Errol Spence was doing to niggas like Lamont Peterson and shit. He seen that shit what he did to Kell Brook. Desert Storm Bradley. Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I honestly don't even remember any other fight from Bradley besides what's his name? Marquez fight and the Pacquiao fight. Who else this motherfucker fight? Oh yeah, he fought that Russian dude that fucking had his ass talking crazy for months, like he said. Real shit.
I'm not a fan of what he does and not the way he operates outside the ring, you know. And I want Ryan Garcia to knock his ass out, knock him out, sit him on his pants, give him a rude awakening. So I can hope, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Stylistically, there's some problems that I see that could serve Ryan Garcia up, and if he can fix these problems moving forward in this fight, then he has a damn chance, a damn good chance, a puncher's chance. And with his speed, his quickness, and his youth, he got a chance. No doubt.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Hey, that's how you know that's just straight fucking hating, bro. How the hell you gonna say, I mean, I hope he win, I hope he makes it happen. Like, but come on, bro. It's like because you're basically putting your bias capped on because Ryan Garcia gonna go in there and get his ass fucking knocked the fuck out, bro. Everybody know this, man. Black, white, Asian, nigga, we all know this. That Ryan Garcia is going to get slept against Javante Davis. The way he be keeping his head in the air like that, come on, man. Come on, bro. The way he just keeps his head in the air is already signs of letting you know he's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Seriously, man. I just can't believe this nigga Tim Bradley. Matter of fact, I can't believe that he'll go on and say some crazy shit like that. I can't believe it. Man, he really like got some nerves. But what can you really expect? This guy been hating on what PBC fighters for the longest. Why though? Like I just don't get it. And why do we have to bang next networks and shit like that? Why it just can't be, oh, I like this fighter and like this fighter. Like, man, like you don't have to accuse everybody of being like PBC fanboys and all this other shit. Yeah, fuck that dude. But anyways, back to Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. How the hell you gonna have faith in a guy that's gonna stand there and pull out the fucking fight, or did pull out the fight already? Now his team talking about pulling up the fight. Shit's just a shit show at Golden Boy. You see this fighter right here? You see this fighter right here? When will there ever be another Mexican champion like this? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. These guys, they scared to fight, dude. Gervonta talking that shit, he's ready. Because he already know that's a cakewalk. Like, bro, I've been having tough fights, uh, tougher fights than you. And now I'm getting a chance to fight you. Come on, man. They call him Lion Ryan for a reason, bro. Like, I can't believe we really forgave him. This guy literally said he was fighting Manny Pacquiao. The Manny Pacquiao. Then when you see Ryan today, the motherfucker look like he's 150. Man, I ain't gonna lie, that shit got my hopes up a little bit, thinking that it was gonna squabble. But it's kind of my fault, to be honest. I blame myself. I blame myself because I should have known better. I should have known Ryan. And I heard Steven Espinoza say something to the effect that these guys, they don't sign the contract till the fucking week of the fight. If that's just true, that's some crazy shit, especially with a guy like a track record like this. Said Ryan's a fraud. He has so many passes just because he's been on Instagram. Fuck out of here. And y'all know that some of them followers can be bought. You can buy followers. You can buy likes. You can buy subscribers. You can literally do all that. So I don't know why they acting all surprised and shit. Talking about what is his boxing goals? What has he completed? What has he accomplished? Man, I still remember him fighting what's that guy name? What's that motherfucker name? Luke Campbell. Man, them seats was empty, bro. Come on, bro. That shit was empty. You know what it is? It's like when you tell somebody a lie so much, I guess they just gonna believe it. Like telling everybody that Ryan's a star, people just gonna believe it. Not saying that he don't got potential to be a star, but man, in this boxing world, to be a star in boxing, you gotta box. You gotta box. There's no fucking way around it. You gotta box, man. But to be honest, man, I'm gonna keep it 100, dude. Like, the fight's cool, but the fight I really, really, really want to see is Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney, because that's folks who I recognize are real boxing champions in this fucking sport, being that weight class. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck this Instagram fight. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, take that risk and fight Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis. That's the real fight, bro. I swear to God, if Tank fought Haney and went in there and starched him, bro, he will get all the credit in the fucking world. I'll be calling Tank down there to fucking go. But I gotta see it, man, because I already know that Tank can beat the Garcias and the Hectors and the, and the Lopez's and all that shit. But can he beat the Haneys, you know what I'm saying, the Shakurs, the Frank Martins, the Gary Antoines, the Regis Prograis. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. So you making that for a customer? Yeah, I am making this for a customer. He bought this a while ago. I just now getting started with it really. But shit, I could put this on my website because I know he got a lot of fans. There's a lot of fans that like the this guy right here. I was thinking about drawing the Sweet Pea fight, but yeah, Lion Ryan. But I feel like it's kind of our fault though, because why do we even believe this shit? If y'all didn't believe that shit, put it in the comment section that y'all ain't believe that shit. But for those who did believe, man, we got to ask ourselves, why would we even believe this guy Ryan, who has a history of flaking out? They say one again with the normal PBC duck tactics. They gonna say it was PBC ducking. It's not PBC ducking. Really, honestly, think I don't know if you. Maybe I'm reading your tweet wrong. I mean your comment wrong. But I don't know, man. If you really thinking that Javante Davis and the PBC is ducking Ryan Garcia, bro, after putting him in there with Hector Garcia first, I don't know about that, man. But maybe I'm reading your tweet wrong. I mean your comment wrong. I'm so used to being on Twitter. I'm over here just saying niggas tweets and shit. I believe it. This was really real. I don't know. Maybe, and then I'm hearing mixed reports. I'm hearing reports saying that, oh, Oscar, he wasn't even involved with the fight. This has nothing to do with Oscar. Don't listen to Oscar. I think they just fucking around. Maybe they playing with us. And then I was thinking about that too. But then it's hard to think that, when this guy has a history of doing that. If anything, that would turn people off to be like, oh man, I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm gonna just tune everything out until the fight, until they actually step in the ring. Because that shit got me turned off. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. That shit got me thinking about Javante Davis versus Frank Martin. I'm gonna keep it 100. I want to see that. What's that looking like? What's that fight looking like? Javante versus Frank Martin. Well, I'm hearing folks saying, "Oh, Frank Martin ain't ready. He's not ready." Man, I'm tired of this fucking ready shit, man. Throw him in there. If it's boxing, it's boxing. You know what I'm saying? If he can swim, he can swim. If he don't, he gonna drown. I'm tired of this fucking orchestrated ass fucking shit, man. So I heard Rayo and Colbert rumor. What you think about that? Oh yeah, that's a good one. I think Colbert gonna win that fight if he don't act like a bitch. If he goes in there fighting like a bitch, he's gonna lose again. But if he goes in there and actually goes in there, sit down on a couple of his punches and box good, you know what I'm saying? Keep his defense up, he can win that fight. But he can also lose that fight and get put on his ass because Ryu got some power, but he just be leaving himself open when he's going in. Man, my last thought of Ryu, I ain't gonna lie, is kind of bad because that guy went in there, De La Santa Cruz, whatever his name is. I think that's his name, De La Santos Cruz. He went in there and took that man's fucking lunch money, cuz that shit was bad. He went in there and took that man lunch money. I kind of felt bad for the kid, like, damn. And he made I ain't gonna lie, he made the Benavidez camp look real bad in my eyes. Because it's like, we already questioned if y'all team practice defense, and then he went in there and got clipped, like just doing the basic shit, like throwing a hook to the body but keeping your hands down. Like Del Santos, he took a full advantage of that shit. He was not playing no games with that dude. He didn't care if you were a prospect, a kid, nothing, dude. You step in that ring with him, he took that shit away from him. I also heard Del Santa Cruz versus Gervonta Davis. I said, man, please no more Dominicans. I do not want to see any Dominicans on my screen for a minute. They got to go back to their home country, and they got to brainstorm on how can they beat these guys, because every Dominican I've seen on my screen been getting their ass kicked, from Rosario to De Los Santos. I mean, not De Los Santos, to Rosario to uh, Rivera to Hector. Dominicans, man, they've been getting cooked. Cooked. No more Dominicans on my screen, please. They need to go back and brainstorm. They at a critical low right now, critical L's right now. I'm gonna keep it at that. I don't want to see Tank fight nobody that's Hispanic no more. I really don't. I'm tired of that shit, because it's like, bro, we already know the only person that can beat us is us. So put in the Shakur Stevens versus Devin Haney, the Haney versus Gervonta Davis, Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevens, and that's what the fuck I want to see. That's what the fuck I want to see. Real shit, Dominicans, they've been going out sad, man. They all go on the same channel crying after they got their ass whooped. Motherfucker talk. The last nigga said he couldn't see. The other motherfucker posted a picture of him in a hospital. I'm talking about Rivera and Hector Garcia. They came in afterwards like, oh, I couldn't see. I was drained. All this bullshit, man. I didn't have my energy. All that shit. Said, nah, but I give them respect to the man. That's the only Latin country that's stepping in with the smoke. Yeah, they stepping in with the smoke, but I'm sorry, I have to call it out, because they came into, bro, they literally come into the fight talking cash shit, like, oh, I look like a lawyer and these guys look like thugs, and all that shit, you know, and they go in there and get their ass kicked. So yeah, I mean, they just gonna have to hold that L. They can bounce back. They can bounce back, most definitely. But just they just gonna have to know their limits. It's gonna be a minute since we see another Dominican champion like how Rosario got lucky and got that J Rock scalp. So, and I heard Anton Russell might fight Alberto Polo, Dominican WA championship for the belts. Yep, let's run that. My boy need to be a champion. Go ahead and run that. My boy ready. Throw him in there. And I know they probably thinking he's sweet off of that what's that performance he had, Bartholomew. I know they probably thinking it's sweet, it's up. This guy, he ain't really like it. I bet. Run that shit. Said I did know it was Cap. I don't know why folks are surprised by this. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. I don't know either, man. Probably because PBC announced it and folks was like, because even in my opinion, I saw, okay, they're talking about this. He signed, because the way they try to throw it in there, they try to throw it in there like, oh, they both signed the contract, this and that. But come to find out, They're saying that the contract doesn't get signed until the week of the fight. Like, what does that even mean? What does that mean? Hold on, I'm about to put this audio on so y'all can hear this shit real quick because it just got me confused. Like, I thought you had 2 fights lined up, ready to go. One moment. One second, y'all.
The day that they announced it out, absolutely. Like that, no deal would have been very, very detailed. Is the case, why would Oscar De La Hoya be on Twitter giving them? But there's generally something. So, yes, is there a what you would call a formal signed contract? No. Is there a very detailed exchange of terms, which everyone said, I'm in agreement, I'm in agreement, I'm in agreement? Yes, there's that. And did everyone review, the announcement that a deal is made and agree before it went out? Absolutely. Like that, no deal would have been announced by the fighters had everyone not have signed off. So the reality is, it's a little bit puzzling. It's a little bit mysterious why you would say, sure, Ryan, go ahead and tell everybody you have a deal, and then 2 days later come out and say, well, there's not really a deal. So I'm not sure what the agenda is. I don't know if it's cold feet. Maybe you are getting buyer's remorse over the deal you made. But on the day that they announced it, that the fighters announced that they had a deal, everyone was in agreement. DAZN, Golden Boy, Showtime, PBC, everybody was comfortable with the fighters saying we have a deal. So why a couple days later it changed? It's a mystery to me. Okay, so did you?
Yeah, man. So that's just some wild shit right there. Saying that there's no contract signed. Like, bro, like why would you even tell us that there's a fight signed if you guys had no fight? But I guess he's trying to word it as, oh, we just agreed. Everybody agreed from the zone, Golden Boy. Everybody agreed. If everybody agreed, then what's going on? What's really going on? This guy King T, he says normal PBC clowns using Ryan Garcia name to clout chase to promote Tank versus Bum Hector. That's what you saying? That's what you leaning on? You're saying that Gervonta Davis used Ryan Garcia's name to promote the Hector Garcia fight? What y'all think about that, Jerome? What you think about King VT's comment? He said PBC using Garcia's name to clout chase to promote the Tank fight versus Hector. I'm not gonna lie because they was telling people, "Hey man, after this fight, you should watch this fight because after this fight, yeah, I'm gonna keep it 1,000." They sure were saying that. They sure were saying that. See, but usually, normally, in a situation like that, you would see Gervonta Davis get on here and they start explaining on Twitter and say, "Hey man, that's some bullshit. They trying to quit and all that." But so far from what I'm seeing is folks basically just saying that Oscar De La Hoya is crazy and we should pay him no mind because the real people in charge are the guys, the fighters and the networks. I just don't understand why why Oscar De La Hoya wants to ruin the reputation of his company like this. I just don't understand that. And it's like I damn near forgot Canelo was with Oscar De La Hoya because this guy he's such a fuck up. Like literally, like what you doing on camera talking this bullshit while everybody's hyped up to see this particular fight? What are you talking about, dude? Everybody's hyped up to see a particular fight, and here you are ruining your fighter's reputation talking this bullshit. Yeah, man. I think he's ruining Ryan Garcia, man. Because Ryan Garcia, like, he already has somewhat of a buzz where at least people, they want to see him get knocked out. He has that much of a buzz where folks want to see him get knocked out because they can't say he's more deserving than Devin Haney, but I feel like fans saying that Ryan Garcia is more deserving of getting knocked out by Gervonta Davis at this point. Said Ryan always capped, shaking my head. Yeah, man, he's always capping, dude. I kind of feel bad for Gervonta because it's like, dude, you've been trying to line this fight up for years, but this guy keeps on running, he keeps on squirming, maybe I suggest that Ryan goes into the not Ryan, Gervonta Davis goes into a Frank Martin fight. Oh shit, that's some good shit. Somebody sent me a sparring clip. But yeah, dude, we all see. Speaking of sparring clips, you seen the sparring clip of Ryan Garcia versus Rolly, dude? Like, man, Rolly had this dude out here. Wasn't he leaking? Like, wasn't he leaking after that shit? I know he had to go home and take some motherfucking Tylenol after that shit because the punch looked like it was hurting. He got hit with some shit like that. So I know he don't want to go in a fight with Gervonta Davis. He just needs to go ahead and keep it 100. He just needs to go ahead and keep that shit 100, man. Said, dang, how long you been on? I only been on for I've been on for a good 30 minutes. I said I was going to keep it short today, but I was like, man, fuck it. I'm going to just keep on cooking. But what we talking about so far is just Ryan Garcia pulling out and like how we should really be blaming ourselves if you did believe that he was going to fight him for believing this shit. We should blame ourselves because it's like this is like the third, fourth, fifth time he did some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Been doing this shit.
What up?
What's going on, brother?
Coolin'.
Yeah, man. I know you heard the news.
Yeah. I don't know why people trying to blame Tank and and his people when it's only one fighter out of this group that's got a history of pulling out of fights and doing some bullshit.
I'm keep on hearing it's the PBC. The PBC, they're trying to do them like they did Crawford, man, with these fake contracts. Come on, bro, fake contracts. They don't got the money.
Right.
Now they're using the PBC's broke line again. That's what I've been saying.
And not to mention this nigga De La Hoya, he did this same shit with Charlo and Munguia. Remember that fight was being in the works or whatever?
Yeah, and bro, I honestly believe that these companies want to say more about Oscar, but they try to keep it civil because they still want to do business with the fighters he has. But I'm pretty sure they're sick and tired of this guy Oscar.
I'm telling you, they're gonna do the same thing with fucking Virgil.
Oh shit! What they gonna do?
If Virgil beats Stanionis, they're gonna use that shit as leverage to keep him away
Oh
from
my
Boots.
God, they gonna milk the fuck out of that shit, bro.
Yeah,
You understand
I'm
that?
telling you right now. Let's say Boots goes on to become a champion and beat people. They're gonna like, well, let's say he doesn't get a better buy than Stanionis. Hopefully, Showtime does their job and that doesn't happen. But if that does happen, Golden Boy gonna use that shit as leverage to say, hey, Virgil has fought way better competition, so he needs to prove himself before he can get in the ring with Virgil.
They
I'm
gonna make
telling you.
what's his name, Butev seem like the biggest monster ever. They gonna say Stadiosis, he beat Butev, and Butev was a killer. He was a
He
killer,
ain't no
man.
killer. He ain't no
Man,
killer, but Butaev that's a good name to have on your resume for standing on this.
I know, but I'm saying they're gonna
Oh
amplify
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
to the
Yeah, you're
max.
right.
And they're gonna say, well, Virgil Ortiz just beat Stanosis. Stanosis beat Butev, and who has Boots fought? Van Heerden? Ah! They gonna say shit like that. I guarantee it. Van Heerden and Karen, he couldn't stop Karen. All that shit, bro. It's like, man, it's crazy. Like Boots, I know Boots be thinking like, man, I'm just going to the gym doing my job. Why am I getting all this crazy ass hate like this?
Right. Yeah. Like, well, bro, like he's getting like the type of criticism you see out of like a superstar. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like remember when Tank barely stopped Gamboa? Like he stopped him like in the 11th round.
yeah.
People was getting on his ass. When Dev basically fought a perfect fight against Linares, he had one moment where he got hurt. People were like, "Oh, he's chinny. He got exposed. All that shit." Like,
He's chinny, but not the guy who got dropped by the same opponent.
yeah, Ryan Garcia. Well, there's people in the media. Oh, he showed heart. He showed that he can come back from adversity or whatever. Like, bro, like black fighters, they gotta be perfect. They got to beat King Kong. Like
Super
going
Negro.
undisputed don't put you on the pound for pound list. You got to prove more. You got to do this. They're held to a different standard, bro.
Bro, they got Anui as number one on some of these guys pound for pound list.
I don't know how you can watch this nigga, and even if you're not the biggest Tank Davis fan, I don't know how you can watch Inoue and tell me he got more skills than Tank Davis. I'm sorry, he don't. Or forget Tank Davis. I don't even know if it's. Let me stop. Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
You tell me Inoue got more skills than Bud Crawford?
No.
Come on, man. They're both 3 division champs. If you want to use that logic.
And I'm like, bro,
But
Anui's a good fighter,
yeah,
but
he is.
you got to fill in some big shoes to say that you're the best on the planet.
Like, and what is this based on? Is it because if they want to use the logic that, well, he's knocked out or he's been the most dominant, but like,
Who the hell he fight?
right, like that shit matters, bro. Like, I'm sorry, you can't go 12 rounds, and it's not because he went 12 rounds with Donaire. He was in a war with Donaire for 12 rounds. Like, you're not supposed to do that when you're in your prime against a 40-year-old.
And we seen the same guy at a younger age, faster, more
Yeah,
legs, better legs, I
like,
think.
let's say
Got
when Bud,
schooled by Rigo. Schooled. I'm talking
right,
about that shit can be in the boxing books of how to successfully school your opponent. And you go
right,
into water with this nigga years later, nigga. When Donaire was fighting when Donaire was fighting Rigo, Anui was like a junior in high school.
yeah, and Rico beat the shit out of Donaire for real, for real.
Man,
Walker's knocked this nigga out in like 2 or 3 rounds.
slept him. And then
And
that
this is
nigga
prime Donaire.
prime, bro. Prime, bro. Like, if
And I
he goes
like
to
Donaire
war,
because he's like a stand up dude. Like, he talks with the people. He's not like arrogant, but we gotta keep it a buck. He's not in his prime anymore.
he's not.
So like I feel like I don't know.
So right now, they're hyping up this sparring clip of him right now on Twitter. Good, he
Oh,
got a
in a
good,
way?
yeah, he got some good work in. I'm like, okay, cool. But then I thought to myself, man, to be honest, this sparring don't mean shit because he ain't fighting nobody black. He ain't sparring nobody black because he
That's
wants to
funny
spar
because
somebody black.
yeah,
And look, the reason why I say that is because he says he wants to fight Fulton. And yes, if you want to fight Fulton, I suggest that you should spar somebody black. The man said he's never sparred anybody black. So if I was to see him sparring like, Lean or some shit, or whoever at that weight class, I'm like, oh shit, I knew he onto some shit. He onto some
yeah.
shit.
But you would never see people spar each other that are in the same weight division that are like competing against each other, especially
Yeah,
for
I know. But I just use him as an example. I meant
okay,
like just anybody.
for
Anybody
real.
that's black American and got a decent
He
style.
he did spar Adam Lopez, and Adam Lopez. Some people were saying he was giving him the work.
Adam Lopez said Adam Lopez was giving the Nui the work, or Nui was giving Adam Lopez the work.
Adam Lopez is giving him the work. Some people were saying that. I think Ellie Setback was one of those people.
Yeah,
And I don't think he was actually giving the work, but I'm sure it's probably competitive.
it probably was. He
But
probably wouldn't give him the work like beating
yeah,
the
'cause
brakes off it, but it was probably like to a point where it's like, damn, this you got calling this guy the best fighter in the world, but he's going toe to toe with this guy
right.
who
And
we know is decent, but he not elite like that.
yeah, and then Donaire was on that. You know that dude Ring IQ. You had a debate with him.
Yeah, I know
He
him.
was on that show. And he was saying, "Hey man, what do you think would happen if Fulton and Inoue?" And Donaire was like, "I think Inoue will struggle with fighters that can move laterally and fight on the back foot effectively, because he was low key having issues trying to take out that British dude, Paul Butler,
Yeah,
and that motherfucker don't move nowhere near as good as Fulton, not even close." And so basically, and not to mention Fulton is the bigger fighter. And he got a ridiculous gas tank, and he can throw 100 punches around if need be. But what I'm saying is Fulton can definitely give Inoue problems. He's never seen that style before. I think I'm I'm gonna be real with you. Fulton spars bigger people in the gym from
this nigga
Philly
was sparring
that
Boots.
hit. Yeah, he sparred Boots. Like there's nothing from Inoue that he hasn't seen, bro. Is what I'm saying. But I guarantee that there's nowhere Inoue has never fought anybody like Fulton ever. Uh,
What you
whoever.
what you
Go
think
ahead.
about? I want to switch the subject before that community come in here and start saying stop the Asian hate. What you
Oh,
think
shit.
about Shaw versus Ajaba last performance? I wasn't impressed.
I try to tell y'all, man. Like, actually, I thought Shaw was gonna win. I'm not gonna lie. Well, at least I wanted him to win. I don't know if I thought he was gonna win, but bro, this man is not gonna be the representation of the next American heavyweight. Y'all crazy. Like, if that's the case, we're doomed.
Bro, and then I posted that on Twitter, and I got people kind of looking at me like, oh, all right, man, just chill out, bro. But I really had a realization, like, from Shaw to Anderson to Torres,
Mm.
I'm like, bruh, Wilder from 2016 will sleep these motherfuckers, bro. He would have slept all of them, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000, man. This is some big shoes to fill, bro. It's some real big shoes to fill.
Well, Jared Anderson needs more. What's the word I'm looking for? Experience.
And the reason why I'm saying Wilder from 2016 because,
Oh
bro,
yeah, he was young.
the younger Wilder, I'm saying the prospect Wilder,
Hmm.
nigga, even though he wasn't, the best technically, he was getting niggas up out of there clean. Nowadays,
I
these
gotta
fighters
see how
going,
Jared fights
these
defensively.
fights going, they going life and death with these guys, getting tagged the fuck up. But
Okay,
Jared
well,
Anderson,
I wouldn't want to
his
see
last
that shit
performance was
anyways,
decent.
because
It was decent.
we don't need no black on black crime. So we can leave that Jared Anderson Wilder shit out the window. But
No,
in
I'm
terms
not
of
saying them niggas fight now today. I don't want to see that shit. I'm saying
yeah,
like, I'm saying like Torres, Shaw, and Wilder. Me and Torres, Shaw, and Anderson. They're on the come up, right, in the heavyweight game. I'm
mm-hmm,
comparing them to Wilder when he was on the come up.
mm-hmm.
It's a,
I'm
it's,
down,
it's
bro.
it's
Doesn't
it's
doesn't
different
Anderson have like
animals.
100% knockout ratio?
It's different animals. But Anderson, he's the one who got a little bit more faith because he's more elusive. He can box. He got some power. The
He
only
could
thing
throw
is,
100 punches around.
that man, that defense, man. I seen in that fight. I said, dude, man, I ain't gonna lie. If you win all kamikaze on Joe Joyce, and Joe Joyce just hit him with that, nigga, I'm tired of this shit. It just
But
throw that shit in
but
the air, bro. He
yeah.
might get slept.
But what's the every like great fighter has like a special quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, uh, I mean, even like whether we like the nigga or not, Fury, he's big as hell, but he can move. That's rare for a nigga his size. Wilder, he got the right hand of Thor, if you want to say that, I guess. And then Jared Anderson, the man is a heavyweight that can throw 100 punches in a round. That's rare for a heavyweight, and he's mobile. Like you don't see heavyweights that move like Jared Anderson. Now, one thing he got to do is that little lean back he does. He does that for his defense. Like you do that against like a dude like Wilder with his 67 inch reach, you gonna get knocked out. So he needs to improve on that. But it looks like he has a chin, which is very important. Um, I like Jared Anderson. I think he's our best hope in the heavyweight division by far. Nobody even comes second. Shaw, you could tell Shaw, he didn't really want to go all out because he could have got knocked the fuck out by Jagba. Jagba does have some power.
he said, my dude, he who crucifies Shaw's skill, though. He just need to be more aggressive. Yeah, he probably didn't want to get aggressive because
Hey, hey,
he felt
he's
that
with fucking Top
Nigerian nigga
Rank. Set
power.
that shit up. A Jagba versus Jared Anderson.
I know. I heard that Ajabo was on some. He ain't looking to go that direction.
Yeah, because he know what's up.
That's
I
some.
want to see that shit for one reason. If Jagba really pissed me off a couple years ago with that Deontay Wilder shit. He got mad at Wilder for wearing like Nigerian traditional clothing because Wilder was going back
It wasn't even
to
Nigerian clothing. It was just African clothing.
yeah like. But do you motherfucker these Africans like I don't want your channel to get in trouble, but they be
Nigga,
getting
nah, say
mad.
exactly what you want to say on this chat. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Say
All
exactly
right,
what you want to say.
all right, bet these Africans be getting mad. Like they got more smoke for like African Americans than they even have for like white people. Like bro, like,
It,
oh, thank you,
it's
Mr. White Man. Thank you for bringing us here. But then for
yeah,
the, oh, you black motherfucker.
nah, real shit.
Like,
It's
man, fuck out of here.
because that tribalism, it doesn't just come from here. That tribalism is even inside their own country. They don't
That
like
shit
they
wild,
don't like
bro.
other Africans from other tribes type shit. So they come here with that same mentality, like, oh, I don't like
But
this. They
but
don't work
that
hard.
shit's really bad among Nigerians. Like they're the worst when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
everybody say it's the worst when it comes to Nigerian specifically, because that shit was so unprovoked from a jobber. Like, bro, like you didn't have to say nothing. You could have just kept it 100, but you really feel like he disrespected Africa with that shit. Nigga,
Like,
if that's the
who
case, go
laid
see him. Go see him.
who laid the groundwork for you motherfuckers to even like come here
For you
and
even to come here, bro.
the nerve.
The nerve of this guy. And a lot of people don't really fuck with a jobber like that. And I feel like Top Rank knows that.
Man, Anderson got to beat his ass for that shit.
And I don't even see Nigerians really watching boxing like that.
No, they will have one of their own turns. I mean, they was fucking with Joshua, but yeah, you're right.
They told that nigga Joshua, why the hell you fighting in the UK? Why you not fighting for Nigeria? That nigga didn't know what to say.
I mean, shit.
You gonna say,
I
nigga,
wouldn't want to
Nigeria
live
ain't
in
paying me.
Nigeria
He just
either.
said, he probably said Nigeria not paying me. What the fuck? Why am I fighting for y'all? I'm fighting for match room, slave room.
Right.
Nah, speaking of slave room, did you hear fucking Eddie Hearn's comment on Gervonta Davis' performance, calling him inarticulate and not a deep thinker, basically calling him a nigga?
I mean, you combine that shit with his dad calling what's that nigga name? Dillian White a gorilla in his face. I'm not surprised. And then this nigga Dillian White cheesing. Goofy ass motherfucker. That's
Bro,
fine.
I didn't even hear the full audio of him explaining the slave trade topic. I
Uh,
thought he just said the contracts. Bro, this nigga said the most wild. Hold on, let me play that shit while I hit this joint real quick. Because that shit, like, when I heard that shit, I said, nigga, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on.
Dylan White. The next gorilla in the room, if you like, is Dylan White.
Oh, shit.
I'm not sure I liked him so much when he first started. Son of a bitch, he's not tied up like the slave contract of yesteryear. When I was running boxing, it was much easier. We were slave traders. We had these guys and they were working for us and we was the boss.
Oh, shit.
With the guys, Tony Bellew.
Hold on.
Wow.
For where his career goes next. And bear this in mind that Matchroom Sport have a fight-by-fight here. We were slave traders. We had these guys and they were working for us and we was the boss. The pendulum has swung. Now I have to say, Mr. Dillian White. We were slave traders. Slave traders. Slave traders.
Bro, what the?
That's his pops?
The pop said that. He said, we were slave traders. Now back in the day, I would call him White. Now I have to call him Mr. White. Nigga, what?
Bro, and then Dillian White was smiling. Like I said, he was smiling when he called him a gorilla.
You know why? Because Dillian White, he's not Black American.
Of course not.
He doesn't.
And they're gonna say that we're sensitive or that we like to play the race card. We like to be victims or some shit. Like, nah, we're just not cucks like y'all. That's the difference.
Nigga, we know nigga, the average white person know not to say no crazy shit like that next to no stand-up black nigga. Right. Of course not. They can say that to a coon, but they know damn well not to say that to no stand-up brother.
Right. Well, unfortunately, there are some niggas here. I'm just saying, bro, we got plenty. Charles Barkley, the list goes on. But yeah. But shit, maybe even the Charlos. At least one of them. But yeah, I see what you mean, bro. Oh, speaking of, they interviewed Karen today. Apparently the man can speak English. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm just on the phone call. Yeah, my bad. I was just on the phone call. I got to get up out of here pretty soon. But anyways, I was just saying, like, he couldn't say no shit like that in front of no Wilder or whatever like that, because Wilder then would have got on his ass, bro. Especially how Charles be getting off on niggas. Come on, bro. And I think Charles said something after. Wilder said something after that. Hold on.
Big white contract for a slave contract. Man. Like, what do you think about him using that analogy out of crazy, man? Crazy, you know. Big white contract for a slave contract. Man. Like, what do you think about him using that analogy out of crazy, man? Crazy, you know. For all black fighters that's under their stable, man. If it was me, I wouldn't work with them ever again. You know what I mean? Ever again. I understand where he was coming with it. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't. But, you know, I'm an open-minded person. You know what I mean? I'm an open-minded person, and I understand where he was coming with it, but he used the wrong terms in that. You know what I mean? When you talking about slave masters and all that, when we're still going through certain things to this day, Barry, to this day. You just say some bullshit like that, man, it's just crazy. I just feel sorry for the fighters that's under their stable, you know what I mean? Because that is his true mindset, to be a slave master. And like I've said it before, that's another thing I've told him during the Joshua the negotiation stuff. I said them slave masters. And, you know, and I guarantee you their family was slave masters at one point in time. I guarantee you it. For him to say that even more gave me confirmation, you know what I mean? But, man, hey, one thing about Barry, though, I can say that I love a man that's straight up. I love to know what I'm dealing with. because there's so many people behind closed doors. You know, they'll say one thing in front of
Facts.
you, and when the door closed, they turn to a whole other person. One thing about him, he's straightforward. I'm a straightforward person. You know, I'm the type of guy, I don't like surprises. You know what I mean? I'm the type of guy that a movie could come out, you can tell me every bit and part of that movie. And, you know, when I go see that movie, I'm going to get my own perspective of it. It's not going to spoil me. You know what I mean? And I can deal with that. But, you know, that's some fuck shit. You know what I mean? I don't like it. And you see Dylan White up there smile and smirk, you cool. You a cool. That's all I can do. But, hey, it's not my life. You know what I mean?
Nah, real shit. Hey, that's why I fuck with
I fuck with Deontay Wilder, bro.
He said, nigga, you're cool. That's why, nigga. What the fuck? Real shit. Like, bro, like, what are you talking about, nigga?
The biggest, bro.
Man, but shit, I gotta get up out of here, bro. You stay safe, man. We gonna do this shit. We gonna talk about this shit later on.
All right, man.
Stay up.